Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. I don't know. I just all of a sudden I felt happy when I came into your reading. I was just going about my day. I wasn't unhappy. I don't have stresses and the normal things that people go through. But all of a sudden I feel like happy. Thanks. I don't know what it is. It's so funny. I'm like, oh, hey Virgo, I'm so happy. So maybe you are. Anyways, maybe you won't be after this reading. I don't know. So I didn't say it in Leo. I should have said it. I forgot. Okay, because we're kind of looking into future here. September, October, November, December, the last 4 months of the year. And one of the things I like to say is when you're looking into the future through divination or anything like that, I'm reading energy as it's playing out right now. You know, how things could be moving into the future. There's a lot of things that we can change in our life if we don't like the way the future looks. There are some things we can't change. So you just, I gotta persevere and all that shit. But I mean, if you like the way things are looking in this reading, then you really just have to keep kind of doing what you're doing. Don't change your plans dramatically. The reading probably won't change. But if there are things you don't like and you're like, I think I can make some changes, Spirit, Cindy, yeah, okay, then you can do that. So I'm going to use my Moonology deck. The answers you need are coming. This is I swear, this has been coming. This is, sometimes when I do readings, not sometimes, most of the time, when I do these groups of readings for the Zodiac, and I'll have a theme and certain decks that I use, there'll be a card that comes out so often. It kind of becomes the theme. It's almost like the theme for the end, but it's the end, right? And it's coming. So maybe it's in 2023. The answers you need are coming. Moonology deck, Energy Oracle deck. I was just dealing with that card in an extended, but I shuffled. So. Then I have Magic, Wizard's Tarot, the Hanged Man, and the Teeny Tiny Everyday Witch. I don't know. I'm feeling very playful in here. Yeah, it's funny too, because, okay, so, I have maybe you don't. I have my little thing set up here, and I focus on you. So that's my raven feather, and this is my crow feather. There's a story behind both of them. I won't get into that right now. But I've been jamming them in there, thinking I'm going to harness the energy of the guides, bringing them in. And yours, I thought, didn't that look playful and flamboyant? It's like, ta-da! Anyone who's new to my channel is like, holy fuck, when is she going to pull some cards? It's my channel. Just take a breath. So when I get there. And not a second sooner. Okay. September, October, November for Virgo. You're just making me feel so nice. September, October, November. What's September is, the energy is gaining momentum. I feel like something big is happening next year for most of the signs. So funny. October, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you see what I mean? It's gaining momentum. It approaches. It's coming. You should go see Pisces video. November, don't let your past hold you back. So keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. December, your hard work is paying off. You got one of those. You are going from a full moon to a new moon. Both in the same sign, Capricorn, which is kind of nice. It is still earth energy for you. Time to take a breath out, a time for healing. Time to breathe out, a time for healing. Communication is key, and it goes on. There's so many in the upright. I only do 2. I'll look at your underline in a second. So what was I talking about here? The energy is gaining momentum. I don't know what that energy is. I feel like it's probably maybe you getting through a tough cycle. It could be something feels like it shifts, right? I'm just seeing these birds flying along in there. The one that's further ahead is kind of higher up. It's almost like catching those wind currents. Something, and so then you're gaining momentum. You're getting higher. You're really flying. The hardest part is first taking off, and then you've got that momentum. There we go. You've done the hardest part of something. so far. I mean, it's already September. It's early September as I'm reading this. So the energy is gaining momentum. So you've already done the hardest part. To me, that is taking off. It is that initial pushing off of Earth's gravity and getting yourself going. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. So that's in October. November, don't let your past hold you back. There's a lot of different ways that could come in. That could be people from our past that kind of trigger things in us. We might think of ourselves more as who we saw ourselves in the past as opposed to what we're trying to accomplish and grow into the future. It could be some thinking that you've got a habit of getting into, and don't let that affect you as you move forward. And then I like, because then December you get this moon, this new moon card. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah. I kind of want to say, I think whatever this tough cycle is, if it's not resolved in December, I feel like it's resolved fairly shortly after. Because you're going from a full moon into a new one. Oh, the underline. Take time to breathe out, a time for healing. So, well, if it is something difficult that you're going through, give yourself the time to breathe, give yourself the time to rest, give yourself the time to, I don't know, contemplate perhaps. Peace and serenity. I really feel that in both these cards. Give yourself time to look at the stars. If you can see them where you are. And it can be harder and harder depending on where you are. I always find, like, looking at the stars, everything disappears. Like, nothing that seemed so big a moment ago seems that big anymore. Let's keep digging into the onion. Layers and layers here. Now the Energy Oracle deck. September, October, November, December for Virgo. Appreciation, September. The energy is gaining momentum. Are people finally freaking appreciating you, Virgo? What the hell? Right? What's wrong with them? Could be people showing you appreciation. I don't know what that is. It could be you appreciating. I don't know. The energy of that is gaining momentum. Let's keep going. The end of a tough cycle approaches, October. The garden and the gate. Sometimes I sit with the cards and I know the longer I sit there, you're probably thinking the more profound. It's almost like nothing coming out. There's literally something here about these two, and I'm not sure what it is. They're not speaking yet, so maybe it needs to be shown in the cards. Their backs are to each other, yet they're both standing in sort of like a garden. This one's picking flowers. She's picking the flowers. Oh, she's picking flowers too. I never noticed that before. Different flowers. One of the messages that is coming through is in September, you're going to appreciate how far you've come. I do feel like where you're going, you don't have as much experience as where you've been. I mean, it seems kind of obvious in life in general, right? But, I mean, yeah, this is an overgrown garden. I want to say there's something quite reflective in September and October. And I think that, like what you're doing, you're reflecting here about perhaps how young or naive or innocent you might have been at the beginning of what turned into a tough cycle, and you're approaching the end of it. Even though, like, right, it's almost something that you would appreciate here, but it's because I feel like you finish this tough cycle, or you get close to it, and you are preparing to go into a new time for yourself. And right, like the next thing is don't let your past hold you back. So it is sort of, I feel like that's how it's relevant, that you do reflect about how young and innocent you were at the beginning of some tough cycle. But look what you did, you know, like you came out of it with a better appreciation of yourself and what you're capable of and what you can do, how you can learn, how you can adapt and adjust, what you can grow and how you can nurture it, how you can benefit from that. Like, there's a lot here to think about. But you're not taking this energy, like it's, how do I say it? You are taking this energy with you into the future, all the experience and everything. But it's more like it's the confidence of that experience into something new. There might even be something here that you're about to do that closes off this end cycle, that this final cycle, that is something you've never done before as well. Like you find you appreciate what you've been able to do, how far you've been able to come in something. The energy is really gaining momentum. And as it does that, you're almost like transforming again into this younger entity where you're about to step into an avenue that you've never stepped into before. So yeah, I guess there was a lot to say about that. Don't let your past hold you back. November. Oh, hostilities. This guy is such a pushover. I'm serious. Okay. The funniest thing played out in my head when I held up this card to me. He's guarding the gate. He's guarding the path that comes after the gate. He looks all tough and everything, but he's just a serious softy pushover. This like sweet innocent part of you. I could even look at it like in terms of Anubis, like weighing your heart in front of the gates of heaven. Like, hey, you're not getting through here. Sorry, but when you approach that gate with this sweet innocence, I've never been here before. I don't know what to expect. Should I do that? What should I do? It's almost like, well, your purity shines through. So you're not trying to fake it through the gate. You're not trying to manipulate through the gate. But I feel like there's, okay, because he's sitting with don't let your past hold you back. This energy may have intimidated you before, and whatever that is, it could be things that you believe that you can't accomplish or do, or places you can't go or see. It could be a mindset, like something that sits in the gates of your mind. But if you remember how far this little girl or little boy has come, and you realize what they grew into, as you step forward again, as this little girl, this little boy, you won't be afraid of the guard at the gate. So in November, it could even be a person, right? Like it could even be a person in your life that typically you've never been able to, if they say no, you can't do that, you've never not done it, you know? Like it could be a parent and child thing. Like it doesn't matter how old you get. You could be 80 years old and your 100-year-old parent just you can't do it. Don't let that hold you back. You can do it. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, December. Oh. What is that? That was unexpected. This heart is healing. This broken heart is healing. The work that you've done on your... Oh, what up with this shit? What did I just talk about? Anubis. And like, you can't, unless your heart is weighed against a feather and comes up as light as a feather, you can't go through the gates of heaven. So, and again, like the weight of the heart is really taking forward the heartbreak, the heartache, the disappointments. Like to purify yourself to walk into this. Interesting. Where is this going? This is you got the thinking man at the bottom, and that's it. Everything else is reversed. There is a lot to think about in this reading. I need to add some tarot here. Well, it didn't really work. Okay. September, October, November, December. September, the energy is gaining momentum, appreciation, justice. Well, that's interesting. I love that card because no one's sitting there. No one is sitting there. Let's pull everything out. October. The end of a tough cycle approaches the garden and the gate. The Knight of Cups. Oh, that water's deep. November. Don't let your past hold you back. Hostilities. The Queen of Pentacles. Jesus, another woman in like a field of flowers with a gate. What's funny? This came through a little bit in the Leo extended, but there is somebody here in November who, the best way I would describe this, feels that you would dethrone them. And that doesn't mean like taking over their position. I don't know, maybe it does. But it feels more like if you accomplish this, I would no longer be the queen. If you walk through that gate, if you do this for yourself. Because the Queen of Pentacles is coming up as a hostility from your past. Your hard work is paying off. Broken heart, December. The Eight of Swords. Right? This hostilities card could come through as something that tells you you can't do it, you shouldn't do it in your own mind. What's at the bottom? The Six of Wands, and that's it. There's quite a celebration going on there. I really can't. Quite a celebration happening there. It's funny with that Six of Wands. Sorry, I bruised my elbow and it hurts. I have to sit funny. That Six of Wands, I can't help but notice how the people around this person who's made the accomplishment, this wizard, they're really like cheering on the person in the card, but yet this person on the card is more focused on the, the head of the giant, the alien. Isn't that funny? Like dethroning someone. So with the Justice card sitting empty, it always makes me feel like justice isn't being served at this moment. They've taken a recess. They've gone to the bathroom. They've done. But it's gaining momentum, right? And appreciation. It's interesting. The energy is gaining momentum in September. The Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Your rest, I feel like you're resting. You're removing yourself from something. You're getting further away from something. And as you get further away from something, you heal more each moment, each time, each step. Appreciation. The Chariot, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. There's the Eight of Swords again, and that's in December. There's only one way to choose here, and it's moving forward. I don't know if you appreciate something that you're going through or somebody else appreciates it. It's a really peculiar energy. The Justice card. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. The further you move away from something in September, the more you heal or the more time you have to heal and rest. Because something is, there perhaps maybe there's something that you have to rest towards because it's gaining momentum. Your healing is gaining momentum. Your healing is definitely gaining momentum here. I almost want to say that there's something that you can't see in September, and I can't even really see it as a reader here with this appreciation card. The Chariot with the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Feeling trapped, feeling like there's no way forward but one direction. But yet you can't go in that direction. Justice, the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. That is like a serious reciprocity. Real balance, real like tangible, almost measurable, although you wouldn't really want to measure and keep track. You really shouldn't in a relationship. Well, unless it's like something that you are with the courts. I don't know. Could be. But October, you have a, you know what? Your reading, it's so funny. Yours is like really opposite from everyone else's. I feel like your reading was more understandable with the fewer cards that I brought into it. And I think that in itself means something. The end of a tough cycle approaches in October. The Lovers and the Knight of Cups. And, oh no, it was the Broomstick. I thought there was another card. So it kind of feels like being able to make choices for yourself, you know, that come from your heart and where you want to go, and being hopeful and dreamy. There's a lot of sword energy in September. Dealing with the mind, dealing with thoughts of the mind. Keeping the mind calm, cool and collected. It seems like the toughest cycle, the toughest part of a cycle for you has been moving forward with the choices that you really want to make in life. The choices that come from your heart. The Garden and the Gate in October. The Nine of Swords, the Empress, and the Three of Swords. Jeez. It's kind of funny. I kind of like what's coming all of a sudden is like she's on the other side of this gate looking at something that she can't reach. On the other side of the gate looking at something she can't reach. And what you can't reach, it could be someone who's going through a lot of anxiety and heartbreak. It could be like reaching your own goal here that would move you beyond anxiety and heartache. This dude is guarding the gate, but I'm telling you right now, he's a pushover. We're going to get there in a second. He's all bark and no bite. Like I literally just kind of seen like an ogre in a cartoon or a movie at a bridge, and you know, like really gruff and tough and like really like putting on a big show. I'm big and scary, nothing's gonna get past me here. But then, you know, you walk over the gate and you go, mister, I have some Werther's original caramel. It's like, what? Nobody's ever offered me a Werther's original caramel. It just feels like it doesn't take much to actually get past this gatekeeper. The Knight of Cups, November, the Knight of Cups. But right, the Knight of Cups is associated with the end of this tough cycle that you're approaching. The Eight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Movement, 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 movement. Your heart's content and your heart's dreams. What the hell? You guys have been like that the last little while. Your readings have been a little bit confusing to me. And sometimes some of the comments are funny. It's like, Cindy, the less you understand the readings, the more it resonates for me. Okay. So don't let your past hold you back. November. Oh, now you have the King of Pentacles and you have the Queen here. What's going on with these two? The World, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Ah, okay. Give me a second. The Hostilities. The Hostilities card. This one right here. Who are you? The Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's hostile energies. You know, this hostile energy, I said it's almost as if it's like a pushover. It literally looks like if you tell this hostile energy, I don't want to see you anymore. I never want you to come into my dreams again. My bad dreams again or whatever. And walks away. The Eight of Cups, like just walks away. It almost, I'm getting like a curse or something. Well, I don't know. Maybe some of you are dealing with that, but I don't know. Like a fairy tale. When you walk, there's a lot of that energy kind of in here. Maybe you're living a fairy tale. Maybe it doesn't seem like it, but it looks like it here on the table. And you walk up to this point, you get through the gate, and there's a lot of anxiety and heartache associated with getting through that gate. And it's like the last thing you want to see on the other side of that gate is a hostile soldier with a big sword in his hand, guarding the path in front of you. But whoever put him there, a wizard, a witch, a warlock, I don't know what, but part of manifesting and materializing this path keeper, I guess, because you've gone through the gate, was, yes, it's scary on the surface, but all you have to do, the key through that keeper, is just to tell them you want them to go away. It's literally the simplest thing, right? But most wouldn't. If you go at this warrior with a sword, he'll defend himself. He'll defend the path. All you need to do is tell the warrior that you don't want this anymore. And he walks away. It's like a riddle that probably hundreds of years have gone by and no one's figured it out. And now don't let your past hold you back. You have the King of Pentacles. You throw that away with the World card. So that's over. It is. It's almost like this hostilities card is a shadow of something. And the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Be inspired to start all over again. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. Cut that bitch out. Yeah. Maybe there's two entities here that might be hostile, because I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, for some reason, doesn't want you to come through. Maybe she's the one that casts the spell, and some energy or entity guards the entrance to the path that leads to her throne. The key is not being afraid. I want to say even like just walking past this hostile card without saying anything, just not do anything. You can just walk up the path. Nobody's ever tried that. They all lift a sword to him as well. Y'all gonna be living a fairy tale the next 4 months, okay? Same. Your hard work is paying off, December. Your hard work is paying off, December. The Fool and the Eight of Pentacles. Well, it certainly is, isn't it? Actually, it's paid off to a point where it looks like you're starting something brand new. If not that, you started something at ground zero and you took it all the way. You mastered it. I feel like you did that, though, and I feel like you're about to start something new and master that. So that could even be, if your hard work is paying off and you've already mastered something and you're about to start something new that you will eventually master. It's like the knowledge, the know-how that you've created in mastering something from the past. It's paid off to give you some sort of fresh start here. You know, the other thing that is interesting about your reading is I'm not necessarily feeling like these months are connected. It's almost like you could have very distinctive and different themes each month going on for you. And maybe that's part of the reason, because a lot of them I have felt connected. Leo a little bit off, but yours is really feeling off. except these two that both show up October and December with this Capricorn energy. And you do have the Three of Swords and the broken heart in both. So the broken heart, the Ten of Cups, the Five of Swords, the conflict, arguments, fights with people from the past, or people at that time. You could have some arguments with people in December, or disagreements with people that you're close with. Why? Why would Virgo have arguments with people or conflicts? The Four of Cups. Oh, sorry. Did I call it the Five of Swords? It was the Five of Wands. I hope I did call it. The Four of Cups. It could even be, too, something not being seen for what it is because of other things going on around a situation. Like something good, something being missed here because of a lot of other competing interests. Or things that just make it go unseen, like bad timing. It doesn't have to be huge and dramatic. You could be disappointed in something December. You know, too, I think about December, a lot of people get together with family for different celebrations and holidays and whatnot. There could be something that happens in December, like maybe someone you're hoping will come for the holidays. Oh no, this is they just showed me Chevy Chase, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Be careful what you wish for. Right? Griswold. What was his first name? I can't remember now. Anyways. He wanted everyone to come home for Christmas. Wanted his parents. He wanted her parents. And then the aunt and the uncle came. And then the sister and the brother-in-law came with their kids. It was a house full of people. And totally stuff like this at the end. And then the Four of Cups. What was I thinking? I don't know. I'm just saying. Be careful. And because your hard work is paying off, I don't know. You know, I think some of you might, maybe things are going really, really well financially, or you got a job promotion or something. So you want everyone to come together for the holidays. I don't know. I see it going a little rough. I see it going a little rough. And then I see you in your room on your own having a drink. And then the kids coming in, Dad, that's not, Dad or Mom or whoever you, that's not, is it just eggnog in that cup? No. The Eight of Swords. There's a big shot of rum in that glass too. The Strength card. Guys, just stay home for Christmas and don't invite anybody. You got the Strength card and the Ten of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. I'm not going to lie. I think some of you Virgos are going to bite off more than you can chew for holiday celebrations in December. You're going to have a reason to celebrate. So it's natural to want to include people that you're close with, that you love, that you haven't seen in a while. Just watch how many you bring together and how that goes. I do feel like you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel stuck. Oh, what did I do here? That's funny. I really, honestly, I feel like your months are all very different. I mean, this could have to do with work in November. And maybe that's like not letting your past hold you back, not letting people say you can't do things. And then that's why in December, your hard work is paying off. And you know it. You got the Fool card and then you're working. So you're about to master something new in December. And honestly, I feel like you have a celebration. Just make sure there's lots of rum. Vodka. They can't smell that on your breath, apparently. The Ten of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Emperor. You're going to have, okay, this is really specific. Somebody here has 2 kids. They could literally be, one could be an earth sign and one could be a fire sign. One of the, you, and I'm seeing you like the Emperor, right? Like you have to say no to somebody here. The Ten of Swords. If you have a sibling, oh, you're an earth sign, so good. If you have a sibling who's a fire sign, this could be part of the conflict in December with a parent. Somebody might feel betrayed here. I almost feel like that's worth calling cards out on. Let's see, Emperor sitting all of it. No, let's get a new deck actually. Oh, I don't want any more. I'll use that, okay. What's the Emperor's position in this? The Three of Pentacles and the Death card. Okay, somebody could have finished working. Somebody could be finished a project. Although it looks like that. Your hard work is paying off with the Fool and then the Eight of Pentacles. So something new that you want to start. Well, maybe that's you. It could be. But these 2 kids, the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, look at the Three of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, one of these kids might want to bring someone over for Christmas. I'm sorry, but this is totally, I don't know who needs to see this, but okay, one of these kids, I think has found like a soulmate. There's someone that they're really, so maybe your kids are older. Maybe they're coming back from college or university or something. Or they're not coming for Christmas because they're spending it with someone here. They either want to bring someone over for the holidays or they won't be coming home for the holidays because they're going with someone. The Page of Wands, Justice, and the Six of Wands. So there's your good kids. They're both good kids. I don't know. The Page of Wands has gotten success here. The Page of Wands has success. Good success. They have something to celebrate. I really, there's something going on here with these 2 pages. Like, always feeling like you're competing for maybe approval, accolades, attention from a parent, or maybe a father figure. The Page of Wands is seen as the victor. So, the Ten of Swords. Oh, the Emperor came out again. The Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. Whoa, that's big. That's big. Oh. Oh. That's interesting. So, some of you, this is just a general reading. I'm just seeing how it's playing out, right? Like, don't get upset if, I don't know. Okay, you see over here in October, now it's starting to make sense. We had the Empress, the Garden and the Gate, walking through, going somewhere. Nine of Swords and Three of Swords is there with the Empress. And then the Emperor has come out twice now in this little spiel of cards. Something has ended with the Emperor. Okay? Now, I feel like, I don't know how to say this. I feel like for some of you, if your folks are older, I feel like they might be splitting up for someone. This is very specific. Because the Ten of Swords with the Hanged Man and the Hierophant, and this is affecting the Emperor, and the Empress was over here in this energy of Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, going through a new gate. I just really think that December is going to be a very interesting month for you, Virgo. A very interesting month. Be open to what might unfold. The Star card. And that's what I have. That's really curious. I'm going to go do your extended, Virgo. In the extended, I'm going to look at the main theme or energy for 2023 for you. Thank you so much, Virgo. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.